What time is it? Well, you know what time it is. It's Tuesday time. That's not a time, that's a day. It's time for a tutorial. And today we're covering 0xSplits, the splits protocol. It's a way of taking one input and dividing into many outputs using Ethereum. It should be like the easiest thing in the world. Apparently it's not, but 0xSplits have done it, and they've done it in a very elegant and efficient way. It's a very useful tool, and we're going to dig into it right after these messages from our sponsors.
Is your crypto sitting idle without earning you any passive income? On Nexo, you can maximize the value of your crypto in no time and earn rates of up to 17%. Their web platform and mobile app are super easy to use. You can buy crypto with cards instantly and start earning interest paid out daily. The Nexo exchange has over 300 market pairs. Every time you swap or buy crypto, you get up to 0.5% cash back that's automatically added to your wallet. If you want to finance buying a car or a trip to a faraway place, you can borrow cash by using your crypto or NFT as collateral. You don't lose your crypto, and you can get borrowing rates as low as 0% APR. Nexo has over 4 million users worldwide, and their platform is equipped with a top-quality security infrastructure designed to ensure maximum protection of assets at all times. Go to nexo.io and get started today. When you shop for plane tickets, you probably use Kayak, Expedia, or Google Flights. So why would you limit yourself to just one exchange when you trade crypto? To make sure you're getting the best possible price, you should use a DEX aggregator like Matcha. Matcha routes your orders across all the various DeFi exchanges on Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, BSC, Phantom, CeLo, and Optimism to provide the best possible prices without taking any commissions. Matcha has integrated fiat on-ramps so you can buy directly with your credit or debit card, and uses smart order routing that splits your order across multiple liquidity sources. With Matcha, you can make limit orders on chain so you can set and forget your DeFi trades, and now Matcha even offers gasless trading. Head over to matcha.xyz/Defiant and connect your wallet to start smarter with Matcha.
So hey, look, 0xSplits, the splits protocol, and to understand it, you can just look at this diagram. One input comes in, you get a bunch of outputs split out, and basically what it does is it splits funds that come in automatically between participants in a set of percentages that you define, and it does it forever. And it does it no matter how much you put into it, it just does it. That's it. And the whole point about it is it's trustless, it's composable, it's very, very gas efficient. And I guess what it's designed to do is it's designed to enable DAOs to function better. Now, a really good use case for this, you can imagine the founders of a PFP project. Let's say Bored Apes. There's 4 of them, and they need to split the proceeds of the royalties that come in equally between the participants. Well, can they do that? With this, yes, they absolutely could. And there wouldn't need to be a DAO or a multi-sig or anything else that did that. All you need is someone to actually initiate the transaction in the first place. And I believe you could set it up so that when the royalties came in, or when they were claimed, then they would be automatically sent per a schedule to this contract, and then it would be split out between participants. You can also do sub-splits, so you can split further down the chain. So you can see here, we have split 1, and then it can be split a second time. So this address here could also be a contract that could then split again. So let's say you had a syndicate that had invested in a some kind of startup, and they needed to have a vesting schedule split equally between participants trustlessly. Well, this is how you do it. And it's a very, very simple, but very, very useful thing. And it's entirely trustless. That's what I love about it. They designed it after they saw splits introduced by Mirror. And it was basically designed to be a hyperstructure. Now, a hyperstructure is a really fancy way of saying a crypto protocol that can run for free and forever without maintenance, interruption, or intermediaries. And this is something that Mirror has been extremely good at. Zora also... They come up with these ideas for primitives that can be used in these DAO structures using NFTs, using DeFi. And now we're starting to see some of them actually built out for real. That is what 0xSplits is. And what I love about this is just everything about it is really simple and really elegant. So let's go ahead and take a look. So when we log into the 0xSplits page, you get 3 options. You can copy your address and give it to someone who's going to set up a split. You can look at some existing splits. So here we can look here. This is the donations split here. So you can send money to 0xSplits and it will be split out between the creators. There's one here that's had 1 million worth of ETH sent into it. Whoever this is getting 50% of that. That's 500 grand has gone to that recipient. Now, I don't know what this is, and there is no data to suggest what this would be. I'm sure you could do some blockchain forensics to find out, but that's not really why we're here. It just shows you that $1 million has been trusted to the splits so far on that account. So something else we can do, create a split. So let's go ahead and just do that because it is so quick and easy. So create a split and you get this little table. So let's say I want to take royalties from YouTube videos, for instance, or if there was a decentralized version of YouTube and we were getting some money every time someone watched a video and I wanted to set that up. How would I do it? So CamillaRusso.eth would be one address. And then maybe I want to send a little thank you to Vitalik for just creating Ethereum. And then maybe we send a little kind of bonus to Charles Hoskinson because, he needs the money. Let's face it. So Camilla would take 75% of that. Vitalik, well, let's give him 20%. And let's give Charles Hoskinson the balance. Paul Charles. We'll give him 5%. So that gives us a total of 100%. We could, of course, delete the address if we wanted to. We can look at the bulk view. And it looks like this. I have no idea what that means. But there we go. We can also set a distributor fee. So you can incentivize people to be distributors and they will send funds to the split to have them split out between the recipients. Now, obviously, this is going to rely on someone to actually initiate that transaction to begin with. But I think there are ways of automating all of that already. Have to look into that. But you can set the distributor fee whatever you want. It's set as a default at 0.5. And then this final line here, mutable. This is basically to determine whether the split can be modified in the future. So if you wanted to add more branches or, for instance, you wanted to change a recipient, well, then you could do so. So you could set that to yes. Then the account specified below will be the only account able to modify this split. At the moment, that's me. You could turn that into a multi-sig, but then you're kind of creating a problem that the splits were designed to solve, which is to get around multi-sigs or the need for multi-sigs. But definitely, if you think in the future you may be adding new team members and you want them to benefit from all of this, then you could create a mutable split. But even in that instance, it might also just be better to create a brand new split completely. So we're going to turn that off for now, and then we're going to create the split. And you will see that we simply need to confirm that, and look, it's $36. Now, if you've ever tried to create, for instance, an NFT collection, and you've set up an NFT smart contract, it ends up being pretty expensive. But for me, $36 for something that's really doing quite a lot of work when it comes to redirecting funds, I think that's reasonably cheap. Okay, so there it is. We have created our split, and we can have a look at it here now. The earnings 0, the balance 0 at the moment. And we can basically see that we have Camilla here, we have Vitalik, and we have Martin Sun. And that's it. So it's interesting how Hoskinson.eth actually becomes Martinson.eth, and Camilla's one looks like this, but this is actually my split because I tried to recreate that split and it told me this has already been created and I cannot do anything more with that. So the last thing we need to look at is this little button here. This will tell us what balances we have to withdraw. So there's one little catch to all of this, which is when you are sent funds, they're sent to the 0xSplits account. And that means you have to withdraw them from there into your own account. They're still connected to you and your wallet address, and they can't be collected by anybody else, but you do need to withdraw them. And you can withdraw them at your leisure when gas is cheap. And there's a little bit about this on this page here in the documentation. So it'll show you how you can actually withdraw the funds from there. It's also worth bearing in mind, it doesn't have to be ETH. It could be DAI, it could be any ERC20 token that you like. But that just basically means that there's this one extra step you have to make to get the funds into your account. So just as I was thinking about this, imagine, you have a remote team and there's like 4 or 5 people on that team and you want to send funds to just one member of that team who can then split it out into the remaining members of the team. Well, here's a way you could do that. It's just a very, very simple thing. It works. It's straightforward. But most importantly, it's gas efficient and it's cheap and it's trustless. It's a hyperstructure that is 0xSplits. If you have any suggestions for us to cover in tutorials, please do drop them in the comments below. Until next time, split responsibly. Hey, how to split.